What's up, everyone? My name is Alyssa and I'm here with Tillie at Warped Tour 2017 in Dallas, Texas. So Tillie, can you tell me how you've been?
I've been pretty good. I've been really freaking hot. We joined in St. Louis, which is like the most humid place ever. So just been sweating a lot. It's been great. It's been great.
So is this your first time on Warped Tour?
It is. It's actually my first tour ever. So it's super exciting.
How long have you been performing?
I started performing when I was 16. I'm 24 now, so I guess 8 years. But this is my first time, really just ever doing a tour. Like, I've played shows in London and Atlanta and like different places, but never consecutively.
So the thing about Warped Tour is it's a festival combined with a regular tour. It's kind of a different thing. How is that compared to performing like just regular singular shows?
I would say the biggest difference is you're busy all day. Like, all day you're doing stuff, especially for someone at like my level that's just starting out. I mean, we wake up at 9 a.m., we get our merch out of the truck, we set up our tent, we set up the merch, and then I go meet my street teamers and give them stuff, and it's just like you're nonstop doing things. And then by the time you play, you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. But it's worth it, In a normal show, you just like show up, plug in, and play 30 minutes, and it's over.
So, do you have any favorite bands that are playing here on Warped Tour that you've been able to see, or are you just discovering everything?
Yeah, I would say for the most part, I'm discovering a lot of stuff. I definitely have some friends on here that are awesome. Courage My Love is a great band. They're great people. A lot of the bands on the Full Sail stage, which is what I'm on, are awesome. Like Movements and Boston Manor and Creeper, they're all really great. So I feel lucky to be on that stage. It's good vibes.
That's good. So do you have any new music coming out? Do you have any singles, an album? Did you just release an album?
Yeah, so I put out a single in April, and then I just put out my second single called Save Yourself a little over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago on Friday. And then the third single, they're all part of like a 3-part video series. Yeah. The third one will be out in like 5 weeks from now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Is an album gonna come anytime soon? In a few months? Maybe next year?
Yeah, probably next year. Just recording a lot. I have a lot of material in the back pocket, but just waiting to make sure it's the right time and the right plan.
All right. So this is your first tour, right? Yeah. So do you have anything lined up after Warped Tour? Because I know it's just one more week and then it's over.
Yeah. So after Warped Tour, I am going back to writing, going back to LA, and just continuing working on my record. I'm going over to the UK to work with a producer there. So that's really the priority right now, is just getting the record finished, and then hopefully some more touring will follow that.
Yeah. So one last question.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration from? Like your musical, like who do you aspire to be like, but who is your Influence. There you go. I couldn't think of it.
I would say my two biggest female influences would be Shania Twain and Gwen Stefani.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mix between the two of them. And what I really love about Shania Twain is that I feel like she really pushed the boundaries of what country music was. And a lot of people just think of her as like country person, but she was like the first person to really bring that into pop and change the production. And I'm pretty sure her first label was like, we don't believe in this music, like we don't think it's gonna work on country because it's not country, it's like pop. And she fought for it and she fucking blew up, and so that's really admirable. And then obviously Gwen Stefani is another trailblazer, just badass woman. So those two are my two biggest influences. And then I love bands like Talking Heads and Fleetwood Mac and Nirvana.
Yeah. Oh, that's all pretty good. Yeah. I think it's really interesting.
All over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty all over the place. You usually ask a band like, what are your influences? And they're just like, oh, it's like stuff in their genre sometimes, so it's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Oh, well, that's all I have for you, and I really appreciate you coming out and talking to me.
Yeah.
And I really hope you enjoy the rest of Warped Tour. It's a great atmosphere to be around.
Totally.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's all I have for right now. Just make sure you follow us on all our social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow her on all her social media.
Who is Tillie?
There you go. And I'll catch y'all later. Bye.